Hey y'all, this is Just a Touch of J, and I'm coming at you, getting ready to put it all out there in pieces, baby. Oh, what's cracking with my babies, huh? What y'all out there doing? Y'all out there shining on them, huh? 'Cause they hate it, baby. Y'all out there living your best life, doing what it is that you do. Yes. Y'all like it when I do it like that, don't you? Child, I don't know what's going on. What y'all out there doing? What's cracking with my babies, huh? Look, man, I'm up here just chilling, and I know y'all out there living your best life. Yes. And why do I tell you that I know that you out there living your best life, huh? First of all, because God made you that way. Yes, shout out to you, God. God is so thorough and so wise, y'all. And second of all, because y'all are out here listening to me. And I always tell you, look, you got to be thorough and wise if you are out here listening to me. All right, because this is Just a Touch of J, baby. Y'all know I put it out there in pieces for you. Unless, of course, you a hater. Child, what do I say to these haters, y'all? Come on, say it with me, please. Hi, haters. 'Cause y'all need this work too. Yes, y'all need this work too. So look, if y'all are just tuning into the whole Just a Touch of J experience, this is why I give a shout out to the haters, right? Because look, see, sometimes when you shining, right? You over there shining, they're like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on? They got to go over there and see what's going on because you on there shining on them, and they hate it, baby. So they're like, what is going on around here? And then when they come over, they listen and, they get that wisdom, they get that knowledge because they need that work too. God goes ahead and put it out there in pieces for them. So, that's why I always got to say, shout out to the haters. All right. So look, y'all got that. Mama got to drop a dime on y'all. But before I do, R.I.P. to everybody who lost their life. My condolences to all those families. On that helicopter crash. Kobe, Brianna, everybody. And their families, okay? Now look, this is Just a Touch of J. I got to put some stuff out there in pieces for you, okay? Have y'all gone over to My Name is RONI76 on Instagram, baby, lately? And been checking out what I got going on. I've been dropping some pretty good stuff on it. Okay, so go over there and check that out. And make sure y'all check me out on Making Love and Beast Kitchen. Make sure y'all do that too. Please, that's where all my food and stuff is at. You want to look at my food, you want to see something that I got going on, it's over there. And shout out to everybody on the mobile app. Like, look, I got 4 Instagrams, 4 Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Vimeo. It's everywhere. Just Google Just a Touch of J, okay? Thank y'all for everything that y'all been doing. Shout out to everybody that's supporting me. Oh my God, I love my babies. Y'all are so thorough and so wise. And look, before I drop that wisdom on y'all, I know I sound like I'm so out of breath. Now look, I swear to y'all know I just lost 60 pounds, okay? When I say just lost, not literally just lost, but I lost 60 pounds. But look, lately, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Oh my God, y'all, I've been doing so bad. I don't know what's going on. Y'all gotta pray for me. I don't know what's going on. I've been eating freaking M&Ms. Child, where the heck did I get M&Ms from? Just been eating M&Ms, child. Actually, been getting down on some chips too. And this is Just a Touch of J. Y'all know I got a chip addiction. And when I do stuff like that, my body is like, no. And my asthma be like, yes. And then my chest be like, oh my gosh. And it just gets so tight and I can't breathe. So if I sound like I'm like, it's because I am. Y'all got to pray for me. Okay? This is Just a Touch of J, baby. I'm just going to try to put it out there in pieces for y'all best way I can. So listen, I'm doing this meditation thing. Okay? Chill, let me tell y'all how this works, okay? So, I got the alarm. So when I wake up like 7 in the morning, boom, it's like pray, okay? 7:05, boom, take your vitamins. 7:10, read your Bible app. 7:15, it's like do the abide, work thing. Like I'm all with this whole schedule thing. So lately, my girlfriend has been doing, one of my friends, okay? Shout out to you, Janine. She has us doing like this meditation type of challenge. Okay, so we on like day 12, and day 12's challenge was that you had to contact your mother if your mother was still living. You had to ask your mom some questions. Now look, y'all, this is just a touch of I just got through this whole thing with my mom. If y'all been listening, I had struggled with some stuff with my mom in the past. With a lot of love, and I just had some issues going on, okay? So look, I'm going to try to put this out there for y'all because y'all need this work too, okay? This was just like so revealing to me. So let me get to the question. Hold on. I got to get my life in order. I can't breathe nothing. Child, feel like I ate a whole bunch of food and they ain't ate nothing but some M&Ms. All right, so let me get here. Okay, I'm here. Okay, look. So the question was, what was/is your biggest pain or disappointment? That was question number 1. That's what we had to ask the mothers today. And then number 2, what was your only dream that you did not accomplish? Okay, so I asked my mom these questions, right? I text her because, she's out here. She's in school. She's doing her little 1-2. Shout out to you, Mom, because she just got her doctor's degree. She a whole doctor now. Yes, child. She's doing her 1-2. But anyway, so this is what she said. She said in her 40-plus year marriage was her biggest pain, okay, and disappointment. Well, basically the biggest pain, right? Yeah. Okay, so her 40-plus year marriage. She said because it was her opportunity to love someone for life. All right, listen, y'all. Raise our children, okay, in a secure surrounding. All right. She said even though there was problems in the world, because there's always problems, she basically said this was the safe area. This was her safe place, okay? She wanted to work with this person through hard times, good times, travel with this person, see the world, pray in capital letters, serve God with this person, etc. She said, this is one dream that I will never accomplish. Child, any of y'all out there going through that? Like, seriously, like, it just didn't work. And you like, damn, that's one dream that I'm never going to accomplish. Because you're not going to be with that person. And this is just a touch of it, baby. I'm dropping these pieces out there for you, so follow, right? So she basically said, even though the enemy didn't steal her joy, to live and go on in life, right? So then she said one of her biggest disappointments was that she allowed this to mess with her children. It messed with all of our mental status. And this is just a touch of J, baby. Woo! She says this is because she didn't end it when she should have. She stayed in it and it like messed with us. Y'all out there staying with stuff because of love. And it's kind of like messing with your children. Look. All right. So look, what this did for me was I said, oh my gosh, no, what happened? What's going on? Right. And then I kind of dissected it and I looked at it. I said, never, ever can do that. Unless, her and my dad get back together. And I doubt that's going to ever happen. Okay. So this is something that she believes that can't happen. Right. Then she goes on to say, she talks about how everybody has a life plan, right? But sometimes you can only, right, accomplish these plans with people. Okay, you can do a lot by yourself, but she's saying there are certain plans that you can only accomplish when you're with someone else. Okay, so look, I'm going to skate on over here to the left. I've been watching T.D. Jakes, okay? Pastor Bishop Jakes, yes. Y'all know who T.D. Jakes is. If you don't, Google him, okay? Bishop, he gets down. And he been talking about this series called Model Homes, and he has his wife, out there and everything. And, they talking about how they had this mission. And the mission was to stay together, sit on the porch, put their teeth in a glass, and talk and sip on lemonade. This is the mission. This is the end result, right? But he was talking about how he would never been able to accomplish this if he hadn't had his wife. So I said, okay, wait a minute, hold on, I get this. This 1-2 connecting it. Okay, I got it, right? I'm like, okay, I get it. This is basically what my mom is saying. Okay, because I'm like, look, I want to grow with the guy, and I want to go ahead with my husband. I want to do stuff like that too. I want to be there for good times, for bad times. I want that life, okay? Now, look, this is just a touch of J. I'm trying to put this out there in pieces for y'all, okay? So she's basically saying that there's some things you just can't accomplish by yourself. You got to have somebody with you, right? So then she goes and says this. She talks about school and things like that. And then she goes, she confesses, and then she goes, Yahweh, which is God, she goes, sent me the real thing. I couldn't recognize the gift was for a season and not a time. Right? So basically, she got sent the real thing. Now, let me talk about this. I had a stepfather named Stone, and Stone passed. Okay? And my mother had went through a time in her life where, okay, let me give you a little history. Her and my dad had went through some stuff. And when her and my father went through some stuff, it was so hurtful where it was mentally abusive to us. And my mother wasn't exactly the mom that was like, oh, I love you. You know, she kind of like pushed us away. We would say, I love you. She wouldn't say it back. Birthdays would come. Wasn't none of that good stuff. Nothing. It was just like, no, don't love me. So she got the opportunity to see the real love, and she couldn't see it. This is what she's confessing now to me. I'm like, oh my God, this just such a J, baby. When you start putting stuff out there in pieces, Mom? But I'm like, look, I'm taking it. I understand. Okay. All right. So she's saying she didn't see it. There anybody out there going through that? Like literally, she wanted this love. Okay, let's backtrack. She wanted this love with this family. It didn't work. Okay, everything went wrong, right? With the husband. 40 years married, stayed married. My dad out there doing what he doing, living his best life. Okay, doing what it is that he do. My mom is still being faithful. Like, look, I ain't mess with nobody else. 40 years. Okay, child, this is just a touch of it. I don't listen here. That's a lot of maintaining when somebody out there doing what it is that they do. But she kept herself. Okay, and then through all of that pain, that hurt, the kids got hurt, which me, my brother, my sister. You know, we had some mental stuff going on, child. Look, thank you, Lord, for saving my life. But we had some stuff going on, okay? And some of us still do. Look, okay? It's one day at a time. I'm 43 years old, and I keep trying to tell y'all every single day, this is just a touch of J, baby. I'm just trying to put it out there in peace for you, because there's a lot of pieces. Okay, so she's saying that this messed that up, but then she went ahead and God gave her a gift of the real thing, and she didn't see it. So what I'm asking y'all is, anybody out there going through that? Huh? This is what this podcast is about, baby. It's about love. It's the Love Doctor series. Mama got to put these pieces out there for you. Are y'all going through so much in life, and you living in that hurt and that pain? Maybe your family members, your children, kinfolk. Okay, mother, father, people close to you, whatever. You just don't see the love. You don't want the love. Because it hurts so bad. All right, so look, let me skate on over here to the left again, because I done moved over to the right. And let me talk to y'all about what I was listening to in the car. So look, I'm in the car, I'm listening. And I started doing car confessions, but I said, I'm waiting till I get in the house. But I'm listening to The Breakfast Club. Shout out to you, Charlamagne, if you listening with your eyes up. I love Charlamagne. Charlamagne's something else. But Charlamagne is on there talking to TD Jakes. Child, listen, I don't know what guy got going on, but he always working out something. It's always going together when it comes to me. So he's, interviewing TD Jakes. I said, wow, this is a coincidence. Right? So he's talking to TD Jakes, and he goes, at kind of like at the end of the interview, he goes, you know what? I finally got the worthy. And TD Jakes was like, you did? He said, yeah, Bishop, I got the worthy. It was around the holiday. So TD Jakes was like, yeah, I remember when I got to worthy. And basically they're talking about worthy, like knowing that you're worthy enough to receive love. Chill. So then I started thinking about my mom. I said, oh my gosh, okay. She was mean and things like that was happening. And she didn't see the love. She didn't feel like she was worthy. She was like mean to my stepdad. Yeah, she wouldn't, look, because she just wanted that whole thing with my dad 40 years, okay? He over there, look, my stepdad trying to be nice and loving and all that. She like, no. Okay, pushed them away, was just mean to him. Look, she said, I could talk about this, y'all, so I ain't putting her business out there. She said I could put it out there in pieces. But she was like mean and stuff. She was angry still. She took it for granted. She just didn't see that it was real when it was right in her face. So TD Jakes says this. He said, when you are having feelings of being unworthy, what you do is you push people away. You run from love. Now, look, y'all, this is just a touch of Jay. I told y'all, if you threw a football down the field and was like, go, 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 you're going to get $1 million to run away from love. Look, you ain't even had to give me $1 million. I'm like this. I'm out. See ya. Just throw me the ball because it looked like it's getting close. Because I was going through all that rejection and stuff with my mom because of stuff that happened. And look, this is just a touch of that, baby. Ain't nothing around me scared about none of that. That's why I can put it out here in pieces for y'all and tell y'all the truth, because the truth will set me free. Okay, so I said, oh my gosh, I said, wait a minute. Let me look up what worthy actually means. Child, let me go ahead and get to this definition. This gonna blow your mind away. Okay, so when you're worthy, you feel like you can accept it. You're okay with it. You're like, yeah, I need this love. I can do this. You don't run away from it. You don't push it away. But when you feel unworthy of love, this is what it says in the dictionary. The feeling of not being worthy of love is when you date people, or you're involved with people, you're seeing people, you're in a marriage with people, something like that, right? It says you don't think you deserve. Whew, y'all out there feeling like y'all don't deserve it. You know what else it says? You reject the good ones. Jeez. Y'all out there rejecting the good ones? Child. You feel like, it says that you feel like they are too good for you. You feel like you don't deserve them. Jeez. Being unworthy of love, right, could also make you feel like you don't deserve love at all. It says from nobody, because you think nobody can truly love someone like me. Oh my gosh. It talks about how they have their state. They see themselves as not being worthy of love. And that's what TD Jakes was saying. He was like, they damage everything. It's good. They're blinded to it because they can't see that it's real because of maybe hurt or pain or things that they went through. Are y'all out there going through that? I went through it. I said, oh my gosh, when I heard him talk about that, and then my mom and all that, and I started planning to myself, I said, this is just a touch of J, baby. I got to put this out there in pieces for somebody. Can't breathe and everything, but I got to cut to my babies. I can't have my babies out here lost. This is 2020. We got to get on this vision thing right here. When God brings something to me, I ain't no pastor, ain't nothing like that, but I got to put that out there in pieces for y'all. So look, we got to get this together. I tell y'all all the time, look, y'all know I'm big on vision boards and stuff like that. Write it down. Be honest with yourself. Oh my gosh, I push people away. Y'all, listen. Y'all know y'all my homies. I love y'all. I used to do it. When I would feel like it felt like, is anybody out there like me? It felt like it was just too, like it was coming over me. And I was like, oh no, no. This is getting too comfortable. Oh my God, I feel God all over right now. I felt like it was just too much. I was like, I can't do this. No. Because I was really, really scared. Because I used to tell my mom, I love you and stuff. She wouldn't say it back. I'm like, oh my God, what if I tell a guy and I really fall in love with him and he do me dirty and he don't love me back. Anybody out there suffering from stuff like that? Right now, y'all just scared. Y'all maybe you getting ready to get married. You paranoid about that. Maybe you in a new relationship. You you pulling back, you falling back. You I don't know. This seems real. You don't understand. Is it real? Is it not real? It seems like it's too good to be true. TD Jakes says it's because you don't love yourself. That's what he said. Bishop said it's because you don't love yourself. Me? I know it's because I didn't love myself. My mom? She knows it's because she has some internal stuff going on with self-love. Y'all got to check yourself. Y'all out here wrecking situations and stuff because y'all are scared to love because you don't really love yourself. Now, look, you might be like, no, I love myself. Oh, I'm beautiful. I get dressed every day and all that. No, baby. No. We talking about that inward love where you feel worthy. of someone giving you the love. And this is just such a J, baby. I'm trying to put this out there in pieces for you. I just want y'all to check yourself. Like, that's it. This is the Love Doctor series, and God then gave me some... God then gave me a prescription to give to y'all. You got to check yourself. This is what I'm prescribing today. Okay? To you. Check yourself. Because you're out here wrecking yourself. You blind. Can't even see the love in your face. Running from it, pushing it away. It just creates damage. Because look, you reap what you sow. So listen, let me tell you the story, right? So my mom, she got the guy of her love. He brought her house, car. I mean, man, he was taking care of her. She got not 1, 2, 3 pianos in her house now, I think. Like, not to put it out there like that, but mom, dude, she chilling. Okay, he set her up real nice, did all the good stuff. Did all that good stuff. And she just really didn't see it like that for what it was. And he passed away. Yeah, y'all, he died. Yeah. R.I.P. to you, Pop Stone. Yeah, he was my stepdad. He was thorough. He passed out in the house and he died at the hospital, like in my mom's arms, basically. And I remember someone came to me when I was there, and she came downstairs and she said, I just got done talking to your mom. And look, y'all, my mom said I can go ahead and put this out there, okay? But she said, I just got done talking with her, and she is really upset because she feels bad because of the way she treated him. See, I'm going to end this. I'm going to try to wrap this thing up for y'all because this is quick. It's very easy. Sometimes things hurt us in life, right? And they big disappointments. And we turn bitter and we get afraid, right? And we don't express the love. We don't want it. We don't want it. For whatever reason it may be. We might run from it. We might push it away. We might feel like, dang, I'm not worthy of it. And then sometimes when God goes ahead, he blesses with the love of our lives and everything we could possibly want. But it just don't seem so real. Like, how could somebody love somebody like me or want me? And you can do them real wrong, right? And you reap what you sow. You always reap what you sow. God says, I am not mocked. You will reap what you sow. So you got to be careful. That's why I want to do this podcast. I want to talk to y'all. I want to tell y'all you have to be careful. Because, see, sometimes we out here, and some of y'all out here doing that trickery because of that. You with this one, you with that one, you're doing this, you're doing that. You're not seeing straight because you can't see. It's like deaf, dumb, and blind. I hate to say that, but I got to tell y'all the truth. This is just a touch of J. You can't see it. You know what you're doing, though. No. I used to do it. I used to be there. But I was deaf, dumb, and blind. I didn't get it. When I was doing it, and I got my go around, come around, I done told y'all, look, I had no problem with telling you the truth. Running away from love did not yield anything tangible for me. No, it didn't. But I thank God for restoration and the fact that he actually showed me what I was doing. He revealed myself to me. I kept saying, I want to know who I am. There's something wrong with what I'm doing. I'm not doing this thing right. And he showed me this is what you're doing. And it's because of these past experiences that you went through. And a lot of it has to do with your mother. And I thank God that my relationship is better with her. I really, really do. I thank God for healing and all of that. But y'all out here, some of y'all might be out here going through something like that. And you really just have to really look within yourself and see, that one day you're going to reap what you're sowing. It's going to come back because you have to learn. My mom had to learn. I had to learn. Everybody has to learn. It's all about the love, and feeling worthy of it. You have to be able to feel worthy. Worthy. Understanding that no matter what, you're lovable. Okay? No matter what are you going to do? Run from everything that tries to... Everybody. You're going to push everybody away. You're going to cheat on people. You're going to do all this because you just don't feel like you're worthy. That has to do with so much self-love. You sabotage it. That's what TD Jakes said. He said it's self-sabotage. You mess it up purposely. I'm telling you, I used to do it. I would find a reason. Okay, what? You got on orange shoes today? I'm out. I can't deal with that. Real quick, cut them off without no problem. Y'all that know me, y'all know this is just such a day. I didn't play them games. But I'm out here talking to y'all, so many of you. Oh my gosh, thank you for listening. I'm just trying to put this out there in pieces for you. I don't want you to run away from things. I don't want you to feel like you're unworthy. I don't want you to be blinded to love. It's an amazing, beautiful thing to give love, to receive love. But some of us, we have just done so much. Y'all, this could have been me. I could have been jacked. Look, I was jacked up, but I'm talking about there wouldn't be no Just a Touch of J. If I kept doing what it is that I was doing, I had to look deep within. I had to get myself right. I said, no, this ain't right. This is not right. And I want y'all to do that too. If you're out there and you're in situations, okay, marriage, with your children, whatever, was just someone who's just trying to give you some love and you pushing that thing away, you got to check you because something's wrong. There's something wrong when you don't want someone to embrace love and give it to you. You don't want it. Think about that. That's a mental thing. All right? So check yourself. Write these things down that you see you got going on. Work on them. Get some counseling. Get some help or something. See God. Do whatever it is that you got to do. To make yourself whole. You need to be whole while you're alone. And please, God just laid this on my heart. Oh my gosh, please don't do this. Go from one person to the next. Because what you're doing is you're damaging other people. Because you're not capable of receiving the love. So you meet somebody and they're like, oh, I really like you. And they want to give you that good love. Even if it's friendship love. But you're like, as soon as they start giving it to you, nope. And you go to the next one. And they start giving it to you, nope. And you go to the next one, and you're just damaging this whole trail of people. And you don't even realize what you're doing because you can't see it. Okay? So I'm saying, if you feel like this is you, and I'm talking to you, and you got some stuff going on, my mom shared this with me today, and I was just like, wow. Like, it just changed my whole perspective on it. I'm anointed, so I kind of already knew that was the whole thing that she was going to say. But when I heard TD Jakes and I heard Charlamagne talking about how he just felt like he wasn't worthy of love. Y'all got to check out the other interview that he did with TD Jakes. He really sits there, he's like in tears. And he's talking about how he just felt like he didn't want his wife to love him. And he would just be depressed and stuff like that. We out here, we going through depression and all that. The enemy wants to keep us bound. He doesn't want us to talk. He doesn't want us to speak. You guys can't be out here doing that. No, you got to talk. You got to speak. You got to get that out because it's bondage. Do you know when you don't feel like you're worthy, that you're living in bondage? That the self-love, you're having an issue with that? That's a form of bondage. Like you're it's like you're trapped within yourself. And I can tell you this because listen, what have I told y'all about me? If you don't know, okay, I've been raped twice, back to back. If you don't know, my son's father committed suicide and hung himself. If you don't know, I raised my 3 children on my own. If you don't know, I put myself through college. If you don't know, I've been through a lot of things, baby. Okay? A lot of stuff. That's why I can put it out here in pieces for you. I'm one person right now that could be telling you, forget love, F love. I ain't doing that. But I really had to take some time out to just see, like, no. I was in bondage. I let people do whatever, to me. I didn't stand up for myself. I had a lot going on. And I pushed it away because I didn't want anybody to get close. And some of y'all are out there doing that too. And y'all got to check yourself. Because all you're doing is wrecking yourself. It's all about self-love. Okay? And this is the Love Doctor series, baby. This is Just a Touch of J. I cannot, again, have my babies out here lost. Too many of y'all. Y'all got to get these pieces, okay? So just check yourself. If I'm talking to you, something hit down within and you like, damn, I'm kind of a little jacked up like that. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm worthy of it. I do. I be like, no, don't love me. You know, like, I'm horrible. You know, if you knew the things I thought of and the things I did, that don't mean nothing. Nobody is perfect. Work on you. But man, don't push it away. Because God is giving it to you. Thank you, God. He's giving it to you for a reason. He's trying to heal what's broken. Do you get that? He's giving you love because love heals. It covers a multitude of sin. Oh my gosh. I hope y'all are getting this. But when you push it away and you don't want it, it's like you're rejecting him. His love that he's given. He's given somebody, he's giving you love. Do people. Let's talk about Kobe. Let's end it with him. Now y'all get to see the love that he had with his daughter. I just told you that. I just said this on my other podcast. You are getting to see this. Anything that you look up that has to do with Kobe is basically his daughter. They were both legends. Okay? Passed in a tragic, okay, helicopter crash. Did not survive. But the love, okay? God's showing you the love. You know, and sometimes he shows us the love and he gives us the love and we just don't see it. I guarantee you, most people out here really didn't even pay attention to the fact that how much love he shared with his daughter. But now they are. Now they are. And you guys, y'all got to get it, man. You got to get it. It's healing in it. It covers a multitude of sins. It does. But if you don't want it, you know, you're just keeping yourself in bondage. And this is just a touch of J, baby. I'm just trying to put that out there in pieces for you. All right, so hopefully y'all get this. All right. Had to drop a dime on y'all, give y'all that wisdom. Y'all know I'm thorough and I'm wise, man. And when I say that, y'all, let me explain something to you. I don't mean wise in my own way. I mean, when God lays things on my heart, he speaks to me. That's his wisdom. It's not mine. Okay? Do a little research on it. When God gives you wisdom, that's when you're wise. You don't have to be old to have the wisdom. You could be young with wisdom. Okay? All right, now look. How do I end this? Today, how y'all want me to end this today? I done gave y'all some goodness. Look about love and everything, child. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, I'm happy about it. Because, like, look, my life is amazing. Look, I don't care what type of day I have. I woke up. I got love all around me. I ain't rejecting it no more. Man, that's a peace that surpasses all understanding. To be able to be honest and be like, y'all, I was jacked up too. To be able to put my pieces out there for y'all, it's healing in it. You know, someone else is out there like, dang, you inspire me. I want to be able to put my healing out there too. Like, you know how many people, I was looking at some of my people, I know I'm supposed to end this. Shout out to you, Tati. Yes. Shout out to you, Rika. Oh my gosh, Samada. Like, so many people I know now have podcasts because my cousin, you know, just they're like, yeah, my cousin Dame, they're like, yo, I got a podcast now. And they're like, yo, you inspire me. Like, I lost weight because of you. Because I'm putting the love out there. I'm letting y'all know that y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. I used to be there. I used to be like that. Messed up. Real messed up. And I'm just getting better every day. All right, that's why I can tell y'all again, this is just a session day, baby. I'm just trying to put out there pieces for y'all. All right, that's it. I can tell y'all that I can live in my truth and I can be honest. All right, so look, that was the whole story. That was the whole thing. I hope y'all got it. All right, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know, watch that if you going ahead and you pushing it away because of hurting stuff, because you shouldn't push it away, because that's what God's giving you so that you can heal. You know, it's like medicine, but if you don't want it, it says a lot about your worth, what you feel worthy of, and you gotta check yourself, baby. This is just a touch of it, baby. Y'all got some pieces y'all gotta fix if you're doing that. So look, here I go again. How do I end this? How y'all want me to end this? Y'all want me to do my Janet Jackson, Barry White voice? Y'all want me to do that? Hold on, okay. Let me get there. Hold on. Let me clear my throat. Y'all know I'm crazy. All right, here we go. Who is this? Come on, y'all. What is this? What is this? What is this, baby? This is just a touch of J. Yes. And I just had to put that out there in pieces for you. Okay. So look, what do I tell y'all? I'm so hyped. Don't let nobody make you think like you ain't thorough. Make you think that you ain't thorough and wise. Okay? Please don't do that. You know, because a lot of that could do with the love and the rejection and all that too. You know, now you all like, I ain't thorough and I ain't wise. Please don't do that. Okay? Nothing wrong with you. You thorough and you wise. I told y'all that. God made us all thorough and wise. Even if you a hater, you thorough and you wise. Okay? You just hating thorough and wise. And what else do I say to y'all? Shine on them, cause they hate it, baby. Okay, let that little light on the inside of you shine bright like a diamond. You gotta let it shine, you know, so that way they see the love. Cause the world needs love. Okay? Spread love. It's a Brooklyn way. And for the last time, baby, this is just a touch of J. And I just had to put all of that out there in pieces for you, baby. All right? So look, I'm skating all over here to the left, to the right, and all of that. I'm going to shower, get up in the bed, take a little nap. Because mama got training at the gym tonight, child. Pray with me, y'all. Pray that I stop eating these daggone, this bad stuff. What's going on? What? Y'all know I've been doing so good, and then sometimes I just can't help it. I know I can help it. I feel like I can't. I just be like, snack. And I just go crazy every now and then on these snacks. I need y'all to put me in prayer. Put me on the prayer list. Throw me on the altar something. So I can stop eating all these snacks. All right, look. But pay attention to Making Love in V's Kitchen. Veronica's Guide to Making Love in the Kitchen, because I got some good food coming for y'all. Okay? All right? I love y'all. I love my babies. Oh, my gosh. I love y'all. Okay? Till next time. All right? Bye-bye.